Three heavyweights, one grill, well, a grill and a smoker, and the title of Summer Cookout Champion on the line. A burger that bleeds through the bun, a dog with some attitude, and ribs that make people stop mid-conversation. Let's get at it. We start with the burger. Oklahoma onion burger. I like this smash burger and I like it fully dressed, which is with pickles and mustard. So the components for this are 2.5 ounce ground chuck patties made into balls. We're gonna smash them out on the flat top. I'm using my Smokehouse all-purpose seasoning on it. I have some shaved onions, 1 millimeter thick. I did these on my mandolin. Please, if you do a mandolin, either wear a safety glove or hopefully you have a guard. I speak from experience. And then I have a nice soft roll, homemade dill pickles that I have cut into chips at a bias just to get more coverage. Yellow mustard, that's it. So let's go out to the grill and take care of that now. 2.5 ounce balls of ground chuck, 80-20. You need that fat for what's about to happen. Season the meat with Smokehouse AP. This hits the hot fat and blooms immediately. You smell that. That's the difference between seasoning raw meat and seasoning on the heat. White onion goes through the mandolin slicer. Shaved so thin you can read through it. Pile it high on each ball. More than feels reasonable. Then smash. Press them hard. You want the edges lacy and crisp. The onion steams into the meat from above while the iron sears from below. That's the whole trick. Now use the back of that spatula to get underneath that patty. Lift it up, and before we flip it, put down your yellow mustard right where it was. Now flip it onto that mustard. You're good to go. American cheese on both patties. It melts into every ridge and crack. No gaps, no dry spots. Stack them up, add your pickles. Bottom bun, double patty, top bun, done. This is not a burger you put down between bites. You commit, you finish it. You wipe your hands and wonder if anyone would judge you for making a second one. The burger set the bar, the hot dog came to fight. Next, we've got our Texas Red Chili Dog. So I've got an extra long hot dog bun, this is about 8 inches, and some local Zenners from Portland, Oregon, old-fashioned skin on, because I like the snap of that hot dog. We have some Texas red chili, just a little precursor. We're gonna have a chili cook-off later this year, probably right into September. But what I've done is, because it is fairly meaty and steak-like in its texture, I've taken that and quickly pulsed it through the food processor just to give it a smoother consistency so it doesn't fall off the hot dog. Not heated yet, but it will be. And now we have some pickled jalapenos and some yellow mustard. That's it for this. We're gonna put this on the barbecue and hook ourselves up. An 8-inch natural casing beef frank from local sausage maker Zenners out of Portland. This is not your ballpark mystery meat. Natural casing means one thing, snap. Grill it slow. You want the casing to tighten and char in spots without splitting. When it splits, the juice runs out. You lose the snap. Don't rush this. If it does split, go with it. Not food waste, just good food. Looks like it's ready. Now let's build it. The chili is heavy Texas red chili. Meat forward, not a bean in sight. It's not soup, it sits on top of the dog and stays there. Cowboy candied jalapenos on top for brightness. The acid cuts through the fat. The heat builds as you go. This is the dog you eat leaning forward. Extra napkins required, no shame in it. But the ribs came here to win. This one's super simple. Party ribs, pork party ribs made out of St. Louis style pork ribs. I just have one rack here, and we're just going to simply cut these into individual bones so they're shareable and season them. I'm going to spray them with a little apple cider as a binder. And then I'm going to use some of my Smokehouse all-purpose rub. The recipe link will be in the description. But once we cut these up, we're going to season them, smoke them for 2 hours, and then we're going to bring them out and sauce them up with a combination of butter, unsalted butter, some Texas Pete hot sauce, and brown sugar. And we'll let that covered simmer in the smoker for a little longer, and you're ready to go. They're already sauced and ready to go. Let's get all this prepped. Not a bad rack of ribs, but I like to blot off all this residual moisture. You can pull this flap off. I'm gonna leave it on there just because I want to make this as simple as possible. We just need to cut them down individually into bones. Now I'm going to use apple cider vinegar. This is what I use to baste all my barbecue. You could use mustard, but it's a lot messier. And I'm trying to make this simple. We just need something that is going to help it stick. The vinegar won't linger, and even if it does, it just adds a little tartness. Okay, we need a rack, and then we need our seasoning. And I'm going to take this glove off, just so I don't dip my porky hand in there. And you can do this over the bowl. You could put it in it and toss it. That actually might be pretty easy. I'm going to do a couple like this and just lay them out on a wire rack because it's going to go out in the smoker. So I'm gonna put this out on the barbecue now. I'm using a combination of hickory and a little bit of pecan just for fun. 250 degrees, 2 hours, and then we'll bring them back to sauce them. What comes off is bark heavy, every edge caramelized. But we're not done. Into a foil pan with butter, brown sugar, and hot sauce. Covered, back on the smoker for 30 minutes. The steam finishes them tender. The glaze sets up sticky and dark. Look at that color. Every bone is its own perfect bite. Bark, glaze, steak-like but still tender bite. This is the method that changes how you think about ribs. Wow, look at all this. I'm not gonna be hungry later on. Let's start with the Oklahoma burger. I'm gonna cut this in half. See if I can hold it up so you can maybe see a cut view. Oh yeah. Let me see, I'm gonna try and hold this up. I'll try and zoom in. Hopefully it won't be blurry or, those onions. I do enjoy it loaded. I kind of like the way the mustard burns into the grill on the patty. It just kind of sears it. It's another layer of flavor. Oh, dripping. Good thing I got napkins. Let's give it a try. That onion went down my face. Really beefy. I love that American cheese. A little hint of that mustard, tang from the pickle, and those onions are so sweet. That's gonna be a hard one to beat. Let's try this hot dog. This chili dog, I'm gonna give it a shot with a knife and try and pick it up in sections. I don't know if this bun is going to hold up to all this mass. Oh yeah, look at that. Again, can you see that? Now I'm not one to usually leave off cheese, but I have a funny feeling this isn't gonna need it. It's really good. Between the beef hot dog and the massive amount of beef, it's pretty beefy. I like the jalapeno on there because it adds a level of heat, and a little bit of mustard adds a little more tang so that it's not one-dimensional. I wouldn't cry if you served me that. I'm really curious on the party ribs. The family and I are gonna have these for dinner tonight, and they've never had them. I've only had them once, and they were good, but it was a long time ago, so. Look at that color, oh my Lord. This is so good, so good. It's tender, but not fall apart tender. I appreciate it has almost like a steak bite to it still. And a couple hour for ribs is not a bad thing. I'm sorry if I'm not talking, I'm enjoying it so much. I guess if I had to pick between the three, gosh, they're all good. But these ribs are dynamite. You'll make your guests happy with this one. Full recipes for all three are at brinnersmokehouse.com. Build them all, crown your own winner. And if you like this video, take a look at my other Smokehouse Showdown videos. Thanks for visiting. Later, Gator.